Hey,
What up?
how's it going?
What's going on, boys?
Good.
Can y'all hear me?
Huh? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
can hear
got
you.
you.
Dog.
All right, cool.
Thank you guys for taking the time out of your day today and talking to me. I really appreciate it. I'm Roman, and sports editor for the school paper here. SDC, you guys know. And I just want to kind of go over your journey from going from college ball to where you're all now, and everything from that. So, am I going to record everything and just kind of have that for myself and just record the conversation?
Yeah,
Yeah, you good, bro?
sure.
For sure. So just kind of start off. I mean, you both share the field at San Diego State years back, and now you're back on the same squad on the Showboats. I mean, what's that been like to reunite in the field?
Go
You can
ahead,
go
Turner.
first, Eric.
Oh man, it was awesome, man. Just to be here is a blessing. Even to go to college was a blessing. I feel like. But me and Turner talk about all the time, like how lucky we are to be in this league and just to even play together in college. And I think just having somebody that you went to college with on the team is like makes you so much better, more comfortable. You got somebody that you already know and been through the ringer with. So I think we both enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. It's honestly super cool just having Kyree here. Just our whole background. I mean, even being from Arizona together, like it's it's what more could you ask for with a teammate? Somebody you went to college with, somebody you knew in Arizona growing up. That it just all works out like that. That, like you said, you got a friend on the team already built in. We were actually our camp roommates together, so it was even more fun, like just hanging out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, going from that, you're playing ball at San Diego State, and when you had those aspirations to kind of elevate from there and wanting to be NFL, and then you have to kind of pivot, especially going in and out of camps. How do you emotionally and like mentally pivot yourself from okay, I'm not going to be able to sustain being on NFL and then having to gotta go to the USFL, UFL level. Did that do something to you guys and like immediately coming out of college, like thinking that you'll be able to make it to the NFL and then having to kind of change position?
um, Not really. That's not necessarily. I feel like I still like see this as a blessing to even be here because so many people want to be in this league.
Mm-hmm.
And I tore my ACL my last year at San Diego State, so I was like done with football. And then I sat out like a couple years, and then I played arena ball, and then that was 2022. And then from there, I went to the USFL.
Mm-hmm.
And so I see it as like grace from God, like just being here. And there's thousands of athletes that wish they could be, in these shoes that we're in. And so, I don't take it lightly at all. I'm glad to be here.
I totally agree. I mean, honestly, college is a blessing in itself to be able to play college ball, and like this is so much. I can't even describe it. Like just unbelievable that I get to do this for a living. I mean, in the in a non flexing way, like I just bought a house playing in this league for the last. And that's like my fourth season now. Like it's unreal that like I can do this, and I literally just throw a football between my legs for a living, and I can just do whatever I want the rest of the year, and like it's the best job I've ever had. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, Kyrie, kind of going to what you're saying about ACL tear in the college year and then playing different leagues. I mean, when you play in the indoor football league and then UFL, like, can you talk about a little bit the environment change you had to kind of go through playing those different leagues, and then just we got to take away from that?
Yeah, I mean, it's like night and day, I feel like, because the IFL is 8-man football and you're literally in a box.
Hmm.
And so just the spacing, I would say the field spacing is like, it's night and day. The talent is good, though, and I feel like in spring football as a whole is just progressing. So I feel like the talent was there, and then this league is everybody here is from the NFL, so you got to really bring it. And yeah, I think the competition is up there.
Mm-hmm. And when you have guys that are like, as you mentioned, in the NFL for several years and have like their own careers in those leagues, do you feel like you view this as another opportunity to kind of get back in the NFL, or just use it as and just write it out as your own and just kind of enjoy it while you have it right now?
Yeah. Oh no. I look at this is the league of opportunity. That's this is the league of opportunity. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
yeah, I got you.
Um, And so everybody here is from the NFL, and this is another pathway to get there. And so I don't take this lightly. I don't think Turner does either. We're blessed to be here, but you got to have that, as your kind of your goal to get there. So.
Mm-hmm.
Totally agree. I mean, I was with the Vikings in 21, and I got released after the first preseason game. And kind of after I got released, you're kind of in that headspace of like, man, like maybe this is it. Like football journey came to an end. But with a league like this, like it's continued now into my 4th season since college. So like I have no complaints whatsoever. And, it sounds like we're saying a lot that everything is a blessing, but it truly is. Like every day waking up, like still putting on cleats, like still playing football, like you can't beat it.
Yeah. I mean, Turner, like I always wonder, like in the position like you just mentioned, where like you work and you're on camp with the Vikings and you just get released right before preseason. Where do you kind of go from there, like in a position like that, where you're not, you just mentioned you bought a house, but maybe you probably weren't in a position as well as we were now to maybe get a house at that point, and you kind of think like rolling through your head, like what am I going to do now? How do you kind of like go through those emotions when something like that happens?
For a snapper, it's kind of like a position of kind of, how do I say it? Kind of, I guess you could literally say opportunity, truly. I mean, there's only 32 jobs in the NFL, and I've always liked to say, like, the 33rd best guy doesn't get paid. So it's kind of like sit and wait, or if you strike lucky and you get in, you're good. Mm-hmm. Or there's that route that majority of the guys in the NFL, kind of that journeyman, it takes a couple years to get in. And with a league like this, it just kind of keeps that dream alive that, like, I have updated film. I have, I'm still playing. I'm still getting in the mix of things, that I'm not 4 years out and haven't been in a live rep since my last game in college. Like it keeps everything alive and flowing. And, it keeps everything going. Like I still can train in the off season, and I still have a focus of trying to, stay ready for workouts, stay ready for NFL training camp once our season is over. Just stuff like that, really, like when I'm home and just snapping footballs, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you were rated the #1 like high school long snapper of your class when that initially came out. Would that ever like set in your mind like, okay, I'm the #1 like snapper? I have to like put some kind of pressure on yourself when that happened, or how did that kind of come out?
I can say back to when I was 17 and I thought I knew everything about the world. I thought and my freshman year, game 4 in South Alabama, I actually blew out my knee. Ooh. And I learned real quick that it's not as easy as you chalk it up to be, that there's definitely some work involved, and you literally never know which way it's going to go. I say all the time, like, man, if I would have told myself like my sophomore or junior year of college that I'd be playing in the UFL on the Memphis Showboats with Kyree, if, we were sitting in class, like saying that to each other, I would have said like, I don't even know what that is. That doesn't make any sense to me. But it's just, the journey of life. Like that's where we're at right now, and happy for it.
Mm-hmm. And now like the league itself, I feel like it's a lot more of a personality type league where, you have like reporters on the sidelines talking to players right after the snap happens, right after the play happens, a lot more locker room access. Does that help you guys kind of have more personality show out from the league? Do you guys like that, or does it kind of hinder you guys a little bit from while you're playing? Is that kind of more bring out more of your personality that way?
I would say it makes you a little bit more lax.
Mm-hmm.
But football, like I always say this, like people, like the locker room is like the team is like a bag of Skittles. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own personality, and so you're gonna get that. And I think it's great that people can kind of show who they are, but it don't hinder us. Like people, we're gonna be who we are, and so I like that it's like that as well. So.
Mm-hmm.
It don't bother me at all, because the only guy who's probably going to get interviewed is Kyree on a nice pick six.
No, that's not true, bro. Look at you right now, bro. Look at us.
I mean, what does it mean to you guys to be part of the league as it grows? I mean, there's been several leagues, and Turner, you've been part of one, where you have these leagues, that spring leagues that come up, and then they just cease operations. Maybe they'll even make it past 3 months. to see as the league grows on? I mean, do you feel like you're helping set the foundation for future players?
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, like it's pretty cool to think that like if this league can go the distance and like become, a true NFL league for the spring, that like it would be really cool to look back, 20, 30, 40 years hanging out with my grandkids that like, hey, like I was in that, like I helped basically, start it out. I guess you could say that I was a part of that. Like, you got all those old grainy photos of them playing NFL games in Ohio with Cleveland Bulldogs. Like that stuff's cool to me, that like we could potentially be the same story, like just modern era, that we are a small little impact on that. Definitely cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I love being in this league. I just want to be there to make it, excel and stay. This is a league of opportunity, so I feel like it's great. Some people didn't have the best collegiate careers, or, they didn't get noticed. And so I feel like this is another opportunity. And so I just want to put good product on tape so that we can, keep this league for a while.
Mm-hmm. And just going back to San Diego State, I mean, do you guys have any stories in mind that kind of stand out when you're playing under Rocky Long and those years playing at State, and just like the Aztec culture overall?
Go ahead, Turner.
Aztec culture, man. Me and Kyree say that to each other on the practice field all the time. Aztec culture is nothing like it. As for memories, I mean, me and Kyree were just talking about it in camp. There was literally nothing better. Name a school that can do it, where you can get your summer workout done on Friday, get your workout in, get your protein shake, get your treatment if you need it, and be at the beach in 20 minutes hanging out with your whole team. Like, unbeatable memories. Like, truly the best college. Not biased. Truly the best college ever.
Yeah, man, nothing like it. I think just the brotherhood that was there, like that stands out for me the most. I feel like we were such, like, even our class, I feel like our class was just so tight. And just because we went through it, like the workouts that we had, like they were tough. Coach Hall used to get the best of us. He got a little softer now, but we used to go through it. I think that's why we were so close, and even practices were hard under Coach Long. So I feel like that really, built some camaraderie out of us and brought us together. And so I would say that aspect.
100%.
Have you guys had a chance to make it to a game out at Snapdragon yet?
I have.
I have not.
Turner
Actually,
has.
haven't been back. I haven't been back since I graduated. I've been messing
Oh.
up. I want to go back this fall, though.
Boo!
For sure.
Come on, man. What kind of alumni?
I'll be
Yeah,
back. I'll make it a point to go this fall. I want to go to homecoming this year.
Yeah, we got to go to homecoming, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now with like the college landscape of like NIL, players getting deals. I mean, do you guys wish you were playing now in college to see what the players get? I mean, all these deals that the money players get to transfer. And what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Same thing. Talking about it in camp, we were like 2 years too early. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's unbelievable. Just hearing what some of these specialists are getting paid. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I had a great time in college. I got by. I did what I needed to do. But seeing some of these numbers and some of these checks that apparently are clearing into these guys' accounts is pretty unbelievable. That, I mean, man, I couldn't imagine being 19, 20, 21 years old getting that type of money on some of these guys' teams. So I think it's cool. I think it's awesome for them. I guess me and Kyree were just born a couple years too early, but hey, it's all good.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous as hell. I'm not even going to lie. But, I'm glad, this has been a topic for a long time. So I'm glad that, they're getting some money out of, their services, because we're a big part. The athletes, like, we bring so much money to the program. So I'm glad that, the little ones that, they are enjoying what we had to suffer through. So I'm happy for them.
When you guys were playing, was there even any talk of that, like any sponsor deals? Was there anybody that was coming to you guys for anything and nothing of it?
No, hell no.
Our senior year, there was like whispers of it, but it was also, at least for me, it was like in COVID, and it was like you didn't care about that at that point. world is ending. So like you're like, yeah, whatever that means. Like I'm just trying to get through this. So
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, because I mean, that's like a big thing of like what we talk about with like athletes and for our stories and stuff this year, like just going heavy on that because it's like a lot of stuff that the schools are trying to figure out still, and like we're trying to understand. So it's like a big thing.
definitely.
But yeah, I mean, just kind of going off of this season for the team itself. I mean, how are you guys looking to build off last season? I feel like this season everyone's kind of got a little bit better. Everyone's kind of a bit more of understanding about the team is and what the league is. And then following this week's loss, I'm hard open to build off of this campaign.
I feel like this year is a lot more promising than last year. I feel like we're a little bit more together. I feel like our coaching staff is well experienced and they know a lot of football. So that's what I'm excited for. Just playing. I got a new DC and he's like a genius. So that's what excites me. But yeah, I just think that we got a little bit more juice this year. I think the roster's better overall. And, we lost last week, but I feel like, we're going to bounce back and get this boat rocking.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I definitely, I think our GM Manos and Wizenhunt definitely did their homework this offseason. I think we retained, I think the number is like 20% of the team from last year. So like it's an entirely new team. And I think camp, we all meshed pretty well. And, it was a quick camp. We're still getting acquainted with each other, but I think we're going to do well. And I'm definitely excited. We showed in the second half this last game that we have some big time potential. So we're just trying to capitalize off that.
How did you guys have to adapt to the head coaching change like early in the season with Wisenhunt leaving and then coming back?
It wasn't too bad because Jim Turner stepped up and he's a player's coach for sure. Everybody's kind of well familiar with him, so it wasn't unstable at all. I feel like he meshed in well with us. He's really for the players and he has great energy, so I feel like it wasn't a drop off at all.
I agree. It was literally the best transition you could have ever asked for in the situation we were in, and I don't think anybody skipped a beat. We just kept moving.
All right. Yeah, I think right now, I mean, it's pretty much like most of what I have for you guys. Just kind of finish off, what kind of advice would you give to college athletes, players that may think that they might not have a shot in the pros or in any kind of sport? It doesn't have to be football, but can still have an opportunity somewhere.
First off, soak up college. Like literally the last time you're going to have like the least amount of responsibility. It is literally the best time of your life. I know everybody says that, but I mean, it's the best time you're ever going to have, with all your buddies. And like, again, me and Kyree just talking in camp, like reminiscing, like I think both said a couple stories like, man, like I missed that. Like definitely should have just soaked it in while we had it. Like just, enjoyed it while it was there. But I mean, as for, athletes and like, what the next step is like your sport don't define you. You are who you are. You're your own person, and you got that far to be able to be a college athlete or whatever you are. That's such a huge step that you're going to do leaps and bounds in life that will be 10 times greater than that. And like I said, enjoy all of it.
Yeah, I agree with Turner, man. Enjoy the process. The process is not going to be all ups. There's like lots of downs. I feel like my biggest mistake was not realizing that there's seasons. Like you're going to have good seasons in life, bad seasons, but you kind of just got to ride the wave. I would say be like water, be formless, whatever you get hit with, it's not the end of the world. Just relax. I feel like you'll always end up where you're supposed to be, as a person and as an athlete. And if that is going to the next level, it'll find you. My story is crazy, but so I feel like, if you want to keep going, don't let, circumstances, kind of just define you, I guess. Just keep going. And I feel like you'll be all right regardless.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it again, by the way.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
All right. See you.